Merrix here with the second video of the day. This one's actually going to be a review this time. Sorry if I seemed angry in the first video. This one is going to be of The Darkness 2. Okay, I picked up this game basically. I was intrigued by the story, intrigued by the character itself. I watched many reviews of it, seen some comic videos of it and all that. So I picked it up. First thing I found out, there's something called quad wielding. Ooh, he gets to hold 4 weapons? 4? No, he doesn't. He dual wields pistols, miniguns, not miniguns, but whatever they're called. Basically that. And he has a demon head here and a demon head here. I thought it was pretty awesome. You can attack with the right demon head and attack your enemies. You can get a power up where they can float in the air for a little bit, and you can also swing back up, cut them in half, and kill them with the demon head. And the other demon head grabs them. You can grab them, bring up executions, or you can grab their shields and pull it away. Starting of the game, you're Jackie Estacado, someone whose family has inherited this power of the darkness, and basically it's a sequel to the first one where he unleashes the darkness on the people who killed his girlfriend Jenny, and now in this one it takes place 2 years later. He goes into this restaurant, meets up with his guys. He's basically a mobster, and he's instantly attacked by another mob people. I don't know, don't really tell you that much about it. And you find out that they're after the darkness itself. Well, they aren't, but the person I'm working for is. So Jackie must unleash the darkness again and devour his enemies. The brutality of the game is amazing. You think that Gears of War, where you can chainsaw people in half, is awesome? This game is even better. If you have a strong enough weapon, you can do headshots, heads explode. Some of the executions are brutal. You know, some of them I don't even want to mention because they kind of make my stomach sick. But you can, like, pick up a guy. This is for a weapon execution. You pick up a guy, I call them serpents. I don't actually know what they are. The serpent wraps around his neck. The other one pulls his head off, spits it aside, and you throw the body on the ground, and you gain ammo, which is also the cool thing. You can gain ammo, you can gain a shield, or you can just gain health. The game by far is one of the best shooters out there that accomplishes this. You know, storyline-wise, I don't see it. I hate to say it. People have said that the first one has a better story. I would agree with them. I've read up about it. It does have a better story. This one's pretty much you're stopping people from getting the darkness, and that's it. Whatever. Let's see. Let's go through the game. Jackie constantly sees Jenny over and over again, and he follows her. Somehow she technically helps him out to go which area he needs to go. You know, not as much as your little darkling fella. He's pretty cool and funny. He's throughout the whole levels with you, fighting with you. So there's not the summoning darklings part, which I didn't experience in the first one. I never played the first one. But you go through the game, you find many different relics also that really don't give me anything. You gain essence, and that's it. Let's see what else. You get plenty of weapons. You can either wield one pistol or minigun or whatever you want. You can have a big weapon or you can dual wield. The dual wield, it's not like Call of Duty Black Ops where you dual wield it in one level where the aiming is like so far off. If you're up close to somebody and you shoot them twice and you hit once, that's ridiculous. This game, because Jackie is such a good marksman, it makes it much easier to dual wield weapons and not have to worry about missing all the time. You know, you need to have good aim. It gives you, just like Halo 3 kind of fighting or shooting, there's 2 triggers instead of, you know, zoom with one, shoot with the other, to where it's like alternating. You can do it the other way, which is, of course, the best idea. you know, you can't zoom in or anything when you do that. That's why you switch to 1 and aim down sights. I trail off so much in these videos. Let's see. Back to the story. Eventually, the darkness is torn away from Jackie, and he must go find the guy and kill him. Though he still has his powers, it's just the fullness of the darkness is gone. And when you finally defeat him, you gain the Siphon, which is something the darkness has wanted throughout the entire game. And Jackie ends up giving it to him, and Jackie goes to hell, literally. After another taunt by the darkness, he is sent to hell to try and get Jenny back. And with the ending, I'm not spoiling anything about the ending. It leaves it open for a sequel, and I know a lot of people are like, we need a sequel. We want an announcement for a sequel. I would love to see a sequel and using the same kind of fighting styles there, and maybe add the Darkling summonings and all that stuff. Another thing about the game, every time Jackie dies, he awakens in this like mental institution where he's in. And throughout the game, this happens a few times where he goes back, and if you go into his room, you also see the comic books of the darkness there. So the game basically makes you think, well, maybe he's just imagining all this in his mind, and he's using this comic book as his ideas. Then you quickly find out from Johnny and the Darkling that it turns out it is a world created by the darkness to make Jackie more, dependent on the darkness itself. In which we all know, if you even had a chance to play the second one or heard of the plot, Jackie is very smart. He kept the darkness idle for 2 years without having to use them at all. So, let's see. Any problems? The shortness. It is roughly 6 hours long. Other people have said 6 hours if you're also relic hunting for all the relics, which is ridiculous for a shooter to be that short. I got into the game fully, having fun with it, everything, and then it roughly ends. That does affect my score. I'm not giving it a perfect 10 by far. No matter how different the game style is and everything, I'm not going to give it a 10. I gave Mass Effect 3 a 10. The ending did not affect me at all. But basically, this game, I would give it an 8. An 8 out of 10. It's basically the shortness that got to me. Nothing else really got to me. I like the gameplay. And they did very well with the lighting. If you stepped into a light, literally a light lamp or something like that, it would affect the darkness, and Jackie would lose that power until he stepped out of it, and you can shoot him. There are certain ones you couldn't if they were caged, which I think is ridiculous. You can still shoot at them. Come on. So, The Darkness 2 deserves an 8 out of 10. This is Delta Merrix.